Welcome to another edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin', the podcast for lovers. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan.
Boy, we are off to a positive start tonight because you know what? We're in love.
We are in love.
And we're here to share our love with people who choose to tune into the podcast.
I'm in love.
I am in love with you, honey, but you've been just a slight...
I'm in love with my bug.
Slight bit irritating tonight. And
I'm in love with my beetle bug.
I love you too, baby.
I think about her every night and day.
I love you too.
I spread my wings.
But we'll have to say the reason you maybe are a little bit irritable is you have been having trouble sleeping.
I've been having a lot of problems sleeping.
A lot of trouble sleeping.
It's causing me anxiety.
It is, and it's causing your wife.
It's causing my wife
As
anxiety.
well.
I got to get this figured out.
Alan suffers from very severe sleep apnea.
And that's no bit. That's
It's
real.
not- it's
It is a
not funny.
real thing. It's hereditary. My dad and my grandfather had the worst sleep apnea and snoring. My dad has it. My dad will just be sitting there talking to you and he'll nod off. I mean, it's bad.
Well, yours isn't like you fall asleep, but yours is just severe snore. I mean, y'all, severe snoring and choking. And that, I mean, the snoring wakes me up, but the choking scares me. And Alan had the surgery on your soft palate.
The Pilar procedure.
The Pilar procedure. Can you explain what that is to the common man?
Well, basically what they do, the doctor goes into your soft palate. Like the roof of your mouth is your hard palate. A little bit further back, it's called your soft palate.
Are you awake while the doctor goes there?
Yeah. Yeah. He gives you local anesthesia.
Like a shot?
Yeah, a shot in the back of your throat. Yeah,
Is that horrible?
Yeah, it was horrible. This is when we first met.
It was. Did you did they give you like a pill or something to calm your nerves?
No, it's just all local anesthesia. But basically, what they're trying to do is keep that soft palate from sagging down onto the back of your tongue. So they stick four, they're like little hooks in the back of your throat to stiffen the soft palate.
Oh my gosh.
And they're permanent. They'll
You have
always be
hooks
there.
in your throat.
They're like plastic hooks, and that stiffens up the palate. So when you're sleeping, it won't vibrate against your tongue. So it worked for a while.
They told you when you went in for the sleep test that what was happening to you when you slept.
Well, I did a sleep test, and over an 8-hour period, I would stop breathing for up to 20 times every hour. And the episodes of not breathing could be from 5 seconds up to a minute of not breathing.
Imagine
so it's bad. It's really bad.
The terror of lying next to him when you're having one of those episodes where you're not breathing. And what it is like he's dead asleep, so he doesn't know he's doing it, but it's like, and it sounds like you're choking. And because I guess everything is touching, your soft palate's touching the back of your throat. And then when he finally does breathe, it's just, I'm a nervous wreck. And so anyway, it did get better after your surgery, but now it's starting to digress.
Yeah, so I've been taking a couple of sleep studies the last couple of nights, and I don't want to get into all the details, but basically they're real hard to wear while you're sleeping. So I've been waking up at night and taking it off, and
I try to tell him, keep it on.
The biggest pain in the rear.
It gives him a headache really bad, but
we'll get it figured out.
Hopefully.
And I know a lot of you are like Kelly and I, and Emma Kelly especially, with the allergies this time of year. Oh,
maybe that's why it's really bad.
Mine are bad, so when I can't breathe through my nose, it's even worse.
But
anyway.
God, y'all. So anyway,
enough of my problems.
Well, no, I mean it's a big problem because you're tired all the time, and we're both not sleeping like we should as a result. So we got to get that fixed.
Yeah, and I see a lot of our listeners on the Facebook Live talking about the CPAP machine. That's definitely an option I've considered. That's like, for me, that's a last resort. I have a buddy who has...
Because it's not sexy.
It ain't sexy.
But choking in your sleep isn't sexy either.
Dying early ain't sexy either.
No.
So I have a friend who uses it, and he swears by it. So I may go there, but...
Alan ordered some nose
see.
plugs off of Amazon.
Well, they're not plugs. They open your breathing.
Well, they plug in your nose, don't they?
Yeah, they plug in your...
So basically, they're nose plugs.
Well, no, because a nose plug would infer that it stops your nose from...
Okay.
All right. Well, anyway.
So anyway, what are those supposed to do? Keep your nose open all night?
Keep your nose open, yeah.
But what about your throat?
Well, if you're getting airway through your nose, that should help with the throat closing.
Y'all wish us luck. We're going to hope that works because the CPAP it's not cute.
These are the things you think about when you get to be a little bit longer in the tooth. But I've had this problem my entire life.
Well, last week, and thank you to everybody who did listen to last week's podcast with relationship and dating coach Paula Grooms, because the information she had was so awesome. Unfortunately, the recorder did not record. I know Alan is looking at me right now, but I swear to you, the recorder looked like it was recording.
I thought it was on too.
It was the little levels were going up and down. I'm not an engineer, but the levels were going up and down. The time was moving forward, which gave me the indication it was recording. And it didn't. So we had to use the audio off of the Facebook Live. And because we were sitting so far across the room and the room isn't soundproofed, it was just a mess. But the information was so good. So I hope that those of you who did sit through it got something out of it. For those who didn't, we thought it would only be fair to kind of recap just very briefly what Coach Paula Grooms talked about last week.
At a 10,000-foot view, as they say.
What does that mean?
At a high level.
I don't know what that means.
That means we're just going to breeze.
Is that literally above my head?
No, we're just going to breeze through the major points at a high level. We're not going to do the podcast again.
That might be marketing talk because you're in marketing and I don't know what that means.
We're not going to do the whole podcast
No.
again.
We're not doing the whole thing. We're just going to give you the highlights.
Okay, so Paula Grooms, she's a relationship coach and expert. Wonderful, wonderful lady.
She has a book.
She has a book. She came to the house. The book is called, and we interviewed her last week. The book is called Why Won't He Commit?
Why won't he commit? With one question mark. And I told her, you need to put about 20 question marks after that because that's a huge question from women who they date some guy and they can't get him to put a ring on it.
Yeah, and she sent us a copy of the book, and when you first told me about this, I was
wasn't interested.
I was like,
Because you already committed.
I'm committed. Relationship book, well, I might look at it.
Right.
I got into this thing, and I'm like, there's some really cool information in this book.
It's aha moments. It's like, well, that explains a lot. And then she also, coaches you through how to get a man to commit, which isn't always what you want. Because sometimes you'll be dating, you'll recognize you're dating the wrong guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, one of the major premises in the premises in the book was that men and women love and commit in different ways. Mm-hmm. Women commit through an outgrowth of love. Like love is the way they commit. Sex is one way that they kind of commit to a man, the intimacy of that. And men view commitment more as a responsibility and something that they have to do, and they're only going to do those things when certain stars line up for them. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's, there's a lot more information in the book about that, but that was one of the major premises. She also talked about how men can be consumers of women
versus a buyer
of women, and there are big differences there. When talking about the consumers of women, she talks about some of the things that ladies, you single ladies out there, should look for. There are toxic consumers out there, and men you shouldn't waste your time with. She goes through, I think there are 7 or 8 different types of toxic consumers to stay away with. And then kind of the big key to the whole book was unlocking the why won't men commit question. Okay, there's kind of 2 or 3 things that will click to a man when he's ready to commit, and she outlines those and also goes through how a woman can kind of help her guy through those things.
Yeah, and she also talked about, not everybody hopefully is doing this, but if you're dating a married man, what are the odds of that? Because, a lot of the married men will tell you, my wife doesn't understand me like you do. I'm there for the kids, but, I'm leaving. I'm going to leave. And I just, I'm looking for the right woman to get me to leave. Well, he's never going to leave. And she said that if they do end up leaving, that only, was it 3%? It was
3%.
something real minuscule amount actually marry their mistresses. Now you're thinking, well, I'm one of that 3%. Why would you want to be one of those 3%, first of all? But it's because the man is not going to leave his wife, the typical man. These are all broad generalizations, because a man won't quit his team. And he is signed on to the team in that marriage. And it makes sense when you think about it like as a sports analogy, because no matter how bad your team sucks, you won't quit your team.
Yeah, she used
It's really interesting stuff.
Chapter 8, it was the most interesting chapter for me, is where she kind of puts it all together. And if you're a guy, that's a good chapter to read. But basically what Kelly said is exactly right. Most men, if they're on a team with other guys or in an organization, if things are really bad, they just won't quit on the team and turn their back and walk away. They'll just kind of slug it out and slug it out and slug it out.
And that's why most women end up being the ones who have to file for divorce.
Right.
Because the man's miserable, you're both miserable, and she finally won't put up with it anymore. He's not going to do it. He's never going to file because he won't quit the team.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting stuff. So Coach Paula Grooms, she's got a Facebook page, Instagram, and all that. You can go on there. There's a free test on there to determine the type of man you're dating on her website.
Uh-huh.
The book is called
I forgot about that.
Why Won't He Commit? So again, apologies to Coach Paula Grooms, but thank you for doing the show with us, the podcast.
And just saw a question flash up on the Facebook Live, but somebody said, well, cheating is quitting on your team. She goes into some of that and the psychology around that, not making excuses for anybody, but kind of the psychology around why that happens. And one other, before we leave this subject, one other thing she mentions in the book is, on the man scale, you have, there might be feminine on one side and then masculine on the other side. And the book tends to play in the middle of the scale.
There's always exceptions.
Right. And it talks in broad generalities. This isn't saying this is how it works for everybody, but based on a lot of research and psychology, which is what she was telling us, is it works for most people.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you, Paula.
Paula Grooms. Check her out.
All right. So we covered that. Now let's get on to new stuff.
We got a lot to, when I was thinking about today, because we usually think about the podcast topics like the day of, right?
Yeah. Like, oh gosh, we got to have a podcast turned in. What do you want to talk about?
Right. But I was thinking, man, we've done a lot of stuff in the last week or so that would be fun to talk about. But if you've been listening to the podcast and keeping track of what we've been up to, I bought this thing. It's called a slingshot. And I think a lot of you, hopefully by now, know what that is. But it's basically a big toy for a man. It's a motorcycle, but it has 3 wheels. And it doesn't have a top. It's a 5-speed. It's basically a toy you take out on the weekend. It's a 2-seater. So I took Kelly on a date a few months ago where we rented these slingshots and we made the sign behind us, the Sandwich and Some Lovin' sign at Texas Wine and Wood. So when I rented the slingshot, I fell in love with it and then
bought one when I was in Mexico.
Yeah, and we talked about that on another podcast, so go listen if you haven't heard. But I invited Al and JC to go riding this last weekend. So we kind of had a guys getaway. So Al and JC from the morning show met me at Texas Wine and Wood, and Blaine, the owner there, let us take 2 of them out, and I took mine, which I own, and then Al and JC got in one. Al was in a blue one, JC was in a black one. And we followed Al. Well, before we left, I said, "Where are we going, guys?" And Al said, "Well, I don't know. I don't know where we went." And I said, or where we're going. And I said, "Well, I would assume we would be going to your bar." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, let's go."
You assume correctly.
My
First
man.
of all, he wants to show off.
Right.
And second, you get to drink and eat free.
Yeah. So we were up in Plano when we met, and his bar is in downtown Dallas, I'd say about a 30-minute drive. Yeah. So Al, then me, and then JC, we drove all the way down to Big Al's bar and went down there and watched a few of the football games. But Kelly said, I invited her. I did. She says I didn't, but I did invite her. I said, "You should come with us. That'll be a lot of fun."
Can you imagine JC and Al's faces?
They would be so
if I
defeated.
showed up.
Yeah.
And I knew it was y'all needed to have a guy's time. There's nothing
That's what she
worse
said.
than, even if you're a group of girls going out and the one husband shows up. It's like that changes the whole dynamic of what you're doing. And it's the same thing when a group of guys goes out. I mean, gosh, you can be apart from your boyfriend or your husband for one afternoon. It's not going to kill you. It's not always fun, but I mean, you need to have that. And we would have still had a decent time, but it would have just changed everything.
Yeah. And then I started thinking on tonight's podcast, could we talk about, guys and girls time? Because I know a lot of couples think that's important. Mm-hmm. And I haven't really ever said to you, I need my guys time. I don't think I've ever said that.
But you needed your mini man room. You told me you needed your own space.
It's
in the
nice to have your
house.
own space to put your own things and watch football every once
Yeah.
in a while. But I think it is important for couples to have that time where, the guy's off with his
Separate?
friends and the gal's off with her friends. And they
Well,
can
it
do,
hasn't been a big problem. Now, that's a problem.
no, it
for
hasn't been a problem.
No, not because honestly, when we met, you didn't have that many guy friends. You didn't have that many
Yeah.
that you would go off and do stuff with.
Right.
But there are some women who's like, she's the afterthought because all the guy wants to do is guy stuff. So there has to be a balance to your guy time.
Yeah,
I think
for
your
sure.
relationship has to take priority, and the guy time is like a fun thing.
Oh,
Like, if
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
going
I
out
agree
with
with
my
that.
girlfriends every weekend, you wouldn't like that.
Probably not.
But
and,
you've gotten-
and vice versa.
Yeah, but I want you to do things with your guy friends. I'm just kind of lucky you don't want to a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on a hunting trip with my friend Patrick and Russ
Yep.
and Craig, friends of mine. And then the slingshot weekend, that was like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
But I still looked at it as a fun weekend.
What
But
do y'all talk about? I mean, if you
Oh.
are even willing to be honest, because, when you went out with these three guys, one is recently single out of a 3 or 4 year dating relationship, and you got 2 married guys. So do y'all talk about women? Do you talk about gross stuff? What do you do on your guys' trips?
well, honestly, on this guy's trip with and Al and JC and some of the guys there at the bar, we really just talked about football and talked about football and the slingshots a lot. Everyone was real.
I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, everyone was real curious about the slingshots, and we talked about the games, and there were some knowledgeable football guys down there. I consider myself to know a little bit about football, but JC and Al, they know a lot about football.
So glad I stayed home.
Yeah, we just talked about sports, but there wasn't as much raunchy
Yeah, y'all
talk
was not-
about girls as you might think. There really wasn't.
Yeah.
I'd say there was if we did.
Really?
but we
Would you
yeah,
tell me?
Yeah, sure, but we didn't.
I'm glad you got to do that. I think
Yeah.
it's important. I don't really have any girls' trips lined up because whenever, I do my girl stuff usually when you do your guys' stuff.
But you did one down with Amy and your friends Amy and Susan down
When
at
you went
Fredericksburg.
hog hunting, we went wine tasting. That
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of fun. But we all did it at the same time. And you and I hadn't been even dating a year at that point. So we were, it was a lot harder for me to be separated from you.
Aw.
It was. Man, the longer we're together, the less I care. Go.
Hey!
I'm kidding, man.
But what do you think about? I was also thinking about this, like when we were down there at the bar. Like you weren't like blowing my phone up or calling or anything. Not that if you did, it would be a problem. But I was thinking, what is the appropriate amount of checking in if your man or your woman is on their weekend? Like, what's the right amount to check in?
What is the right amount? I mean, it wasn't like you were at a bachelor party at a strip club. And even if you were, I still trust you. So it's like I don't want to be a nag. Have I ever nagged you? Honestly,
On a guy's weekend?
have I ever
No,
nagged you? I don't think I'm a nag.
no. I'll honest, no. You've never nagged me on a weekend.
But I mean a couple times.
When we were setting up for the podcast, yeah, nagging me a little bit.
God. No, I mean just like when you go out and stuff with your guy friends, I don't really, maybe once or twice the whole time you were gone, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't even think I did that.
See, it's a catch-22 for me. Like if you were checking in a lot, I'd be thinking, well, I'm trying to watch the football game. But then if you never checked in,
You're like, what's she doing?
I'd be like,
She doesn't care.
well, why don't you?
God, you're
why don't
so
you call me?
needy, Alan. You're so needy. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you got to do that.
Yeah.
Boy, that slingshot is just paying for itself and fun.
Oh boy, were your words today? It's a money pit.
Yep. Money pit.
It's not a money pit.
Got to buy another sticker for it. Is what he's got to do.
Sticker.
You put stickers on it. It's like a grown-up Matchbox car.
Oh well, those aren't stickers. Those
What are they?
Trim pieces.
Yeah, stickers. You stick them on. Peel and stick.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's
So,
literally a man's toy.
It's a big giant Hot Wheels car.
I'm glad you love it, honey.
It just happens to have a motor in it.
I'm glad you love it.
Thank you, baby. Well, we also had something that happened today, and it was actually on the air. You asked me to call in.
Oh, yeah.
And that has to do with the guys' weekend.
Yeah. Alan had agreed to go to a guys' weekend. Gosh, it's been a couple months ago. They were going to go down to a big football game.
Oh, and I have a story about that, but
And
keep going.
it was Carolina Gamecocks against the Aggies.
Yeah, at A&M.
At A&M.
College
And
Station. Yeah.
Alan didn't go to either school. I am from South Carolina. I hope the Gamecocks win when they play.
Go
But
Cox.
unless they're playing Clemson, then I'm really torn. But yeah, I just, Alan said he wanted to go, and I wasn't really excited about you going because I have all the kids this weekend, and there's a lot going on. And you decided you'd rather stay home instead of go. So Alan bailed on the trip. But it's really kind of okay because a lot of people are bailing on this trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't think this was a very well planned out one.
Well, I first got the email from Nick. Nick was kind of
One of our producers
Nick
on the
Adams.
Pete Craddock Morning Show.
Yeah, he was the organizer of this whole thing. Gosh, maybe 2 months ago. And at the time, boy, I wanted to go. It sounded like a lot of fun. Now you talk about guys
Selling it.
Well, you were asking, what do you guys talk about on guys' weekends? Tell you what, that email thread with me, Nick, White Cheddar,
producers.
Russ Face,
These are all people from the Kid Craddock
Boss
Morning
Man
Show.
George.
Yes.
You want to talk about
Were y'all being raunchy?
lecherous and
Were you?
raunchy?
Were you?
Oh.
I bet you were the number one instigator of that nonsense.
There was a lot of double entendre.
I'm sure there was.
And in email, they would say something and then shout out.
But at that point, they're all trying to convince each other to go.
Right.
And then, so everybody says we're going, and then suddenly, oh, it's my girlfriend's birthday that weekend. Oh, it's my wife's father's birthday that weekend. Oh, it's just that. So one by one, they started dropping off.
Okay, so here's what happened. When we got closer to this weekend, turns out, we have the children this weekend. They're going to be with us from Thursday until Monday. And my sons have games all day Saturday. So how in good conscience could I tell Cole and Dylan, hey, your dad's going to go watch a football game, but he can't come to your game? So I was thinking, gosh, I can't do that. So I really want to see that. I feel like I'm missing out if I went to the A&M game.
Yeah, but it's not like you do it all the time. You don't blow off your kids.
No, I know,
but I get what you're doing. Plus, you just didn't want to go. Let's just be honest.
That's true. But
Okay.
But then I do really like watching Dylan and
We
Cole
sure
play.
do. We
It's
sure do
fun.
become like husband and wife and parent of the year when we don't want to do something and we need an excuse for not doing it.
Exactly.
And
speaking of, you ought to hear this one, Kelly, at these baseball games.
what?
Her voices carry.
Well, I get upset
Oh,
with what I'm
man.
seeing out there.
One time we were out there, and she's behind the plate, and she was becoming just best buddies with that ump.
The umpire was feeling me. He agreed with what I was saying because he could see what I could see.
He was looking back every pitch, wondering who this woman was.
Right. Making sure I agreed with what he was calling.
You ought to hear Kelly.
It was
The
good,
play's
wasn't
at third. The play's at third.
Yeah, that's me. Here I am. The very first game I went to, it's all parent, the volunteers and stuff. Can we have a parent? This is before we were married. Can we have a parent help us keep score? Every parent sat on their hands. I had to do it.
Not me.
It was you didn't volunteer.
I went over there with you.
Because you saw I couldn't figure out how to turn the thing on.
I trained you how to use the machine, the scoreboard machine.
That's when I became friends with the umpire.
Okay, so we're going to, I'll be here all weekend, but I had to tell George, back to George.
Oh, we're still talking about that?
Well, I had to tell George, so I called in on the show, and then you guys called him, and I had to break the bad news to Boss Man George.
Yeah, because y'all have a bit of a bromance.
I like George.
Everybody likes George.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's Boss Man George. And back in the day,
Amen.
he was a real,
Amen.
was a big, I wouldn't say Lothario.
Amen.
He was a really hot sales guy in radio. He doesn't do sales anymore. He's like our boss now. But yeah, George, he's a very attractive man.
Oh,
Very
very
attractive
handsome.
man.
Very, very Sicilian.
And you are too. So you're two attractive men who
Thank
happen
you.
to be attracted to each other on some level.
No, I
But
just
that's
like.
fine. I'm not threatened by that at all.
He's just. I've told you, he's one of those guys that he's fun to be around. He's funny.
I'm glad. I'm glad you get along because that's job security for me. 'Cause
How
if
is
I
that
go,
job
you go.
security for you?
Because if
though?
I go, you go. You're not going to
If-
stay friends with George if I am let go.
Sure, I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'll still be friends with George.
No, you won't. You wouldn't. If they let me go, you wouldn't.
If they let you go,
You
I
talk
wouldn't
a big
be friends
game.
with George.
No,
What are the circumstances of you being let go?
it doesn't matter. You have to side with me.
If you issued something untoward on the air,
Oh,
and
please, whatever.
I'm not going anywhere with
Right. Well, I'm not hopefully either. I need my job.
you get canned.
Believe it or not, this podcast ain't paying too well.
What do you mean too well? Ain't paying any. Talk about too well.
But maybe it is, we have some really exciting stuff going on with the podcast.
We do.
We're starting to get sponsors. It's very exciting.
Are we?
Yes, we are. They haven't started yet.
Oh, okay.
But next week we actually have a sponsor, and I'm very excited about that.
That is exciting.
And then we actually have a couple more coming on after that. Now,
Is that a done deal? Should we be even?
it's a done deal.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Who told you this?
Boss Man George.
Oh, okay. Well, that's money in the
So I'm
bank.
very excited about that. We've got sponsors
That is
because
money in
people
the
are
bank.
listening to this podcast. I still don't know why, but they are, and we appreciate it. But yeah, so maybe one day we'll actually get paid, but not yet. So this is still a labor of love right now. But we also have some other fun stuff coming up.
Well, do we want to talk about that, or I had something else I wanted
Oh, you
to
did
talk
what?
about? Well, on, was it Saturday? Saturday. You see this picture behind me? Kelly.
No, podcast people can't.
Kelly, I know they can't, but I'm going to explain what it is. There's a picture behind me, and it is a custom painting that Kelly commissioned, and she did this way back in like Valentine's Day, I think, is when you started this.
Initially, I thought I wanted to get you a really cool Valentine's gift, but I had the thought too late. It was like too close to Valentine's Day. So I called your tattoo artist behind your back, and I told him my idea. I said, I want to, have this art commissioned by you. My vision was you really were into lions at the time because you are a Leo and you like that. So I said, my vision is somehow incorporating a busty redhead because that's traditional tattoo art, but enclosed because I wanted it framed so you can hang it in the office. And typical traditional tattoo art is like boobies and stuff. I mean, like everything, like full frontal nudity. I said, we can't, there are.
Yeah, I know.
And so I said, I don't want that. So I want her to be sexy, because, like a pin-up. I want her to be obviously a redhead, and I want her somehow to be, riding a lion. And that was my idea.
It's a really great idea. And like Kelly said, she worked with my artist. His name's Carl Hollowell.
Mm-hmm.
And he works out of Dallas at a place called Elm Street Tattoo. And now he works by appointment only at Heart and Hand Gallery. So
And
Kelly...
Alan didn't get paid to say that because Alan is
No,
paid
I didn't
for
get
all
paid
these
to,
tattoos.
I didn't get paid to say
And
that.
I paid
Yeah.
for that too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
um,
yeah, it was supposed to be, I wanted it for your Valentine's Day, but since we didn't have time, I got him to do it, and then I saved it for your wedding gift.
Yeah, so Kelly gave me this beautiful painting that Carl did as my wedding gift, and some of you on the Facebook Live were podcasting tonight from the mini man room. For those of you in podcast world, in Facebook world, you're asking, why don't you have curtains up? Why don't you have pictures up? What is that stuff behind you? Well, I'm still moving in, so the room isn't complete, and I've just put up the picture that Kelly gave me just so you could see it, because I wanted to mention Carl tonight, because Saturday I went in to see Carl, and he finished up my 3/4 sleeve on my right arm that I've been working on for about a year. And I was so happy with it because what I had him do, I told him I wanted something that had to do with Kelly and I's wedding, and I wanted something that had to do with the families coming together. And the only thing I told him was, we haven't had a chance to work in cards yet, and I want it to...
Because you do magic.
Because I do magic kind of as a hobby. And I wanted it to feel like this tattoo meant that I'm very fortunate, that I'm very lucky. And so I said, have at it. So he goes to the drawing board for about 2 months, and I went in Saturday, and he unveiled his drawing, and I was floored. I thought it was so unbelievable. And you can see this on my Instagram. It's at the Alonzo 1971. I have a picture of it.
And it's linked to your Facebook page.
And it's linked to my Facebook page, but
Alan Evans.
you're not going to be able to see it in Facebook world, but it's on my tricep.
Because he had a little patch of blank space back there.
Yeah.
And he had to fill it in.
And it's 4 cards, 7, ace, ace, 7. That's our wedding date, which is 7117. And then on either side, there's 2 dice. There's a 4 and a 2. And I was telling Emma Kelly the other night, you can look at it one of 2 ways. It could be, it's my family, me and my 3 children coming together with Kelly and Emma Kelly, which is the 2. Or it could be me and Kelly are the 2 coming together with the children, which is the 4. So anyhow, I was so happy with it that I just wanted to mention when I was leaving Carl's studio, I said, man, we're going to do the podcast pretty soon. And he was so happy that Kelly and I were doing that. And it's, I told him it was going pretty well. And I told him, dude, you've done so much great work for me in the last year. I want to give you a shout out. So if you need a tattoo, check Carl out. His name's Carl Hallowell, Hallowell, and that's his Instagram too. That's how I found him, was on Instagram, at Carl Hallowell.
And every one of your tattoos has a meaning. So
Yeah.
he didn't just like, I like ponies, so I'm going to get a pony tattoo. You know how people do those kind of like, I like dolphins, so they get a dolphin. Each one of yours has a meaning.
Yeah.
And if a dolphin has a meaning to you, that's great.
Sure.
But
Yeah, tattoos are so personal, but all of mine are custom. Like I gave him an idea, and then he drew it.
Right.
And then together we kind of finished it up. But
tweaked it.
But how do you feel about me having permanent ink
Well, I mean,
on my body that has to do with you and I's coming together?
I think that's wonderful. And it's subtle enough that it's not like my name.
That means-
that'd be bad if you put like, that's like not kosher. Is that the word? It's not good luck. It's not to put your name or something.
Well, it just
but it
means
still symbolizes us, so that's great.
it just means if you boot me out of this room someday, I'm gonna have to chop my arm off.
Well, I'm sure George will love you with one arm. Because you're obviously going to go with him over me
No,
when I kick you out.
I would side with you
Really?
on about just about any issue.
Just about. All right, now
Just
can we go
about.
back to talking about me?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Have we been talking about me too much?
No, I love hearing that, but I wanted to tell everybody the fun stuff we have going on.
Yeah. So we've been teasing this for a while. So yeah, tell them we got some big stuff coming up.
This is very exciting.
This is very exciting.
I kind of like,
Yeah, this is cool.
we've been talking about how we want to do a happy hour for people who have been listening to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. We are closing in on 1 million listens, which is awesome and
crazy.
exciting and happened faster than we kind of ever imagined possible. So for about the past month, we've been talking about we need to do a happy hour. It's one of those things we kept talking about and not doing. And well, I was at an event, a charity event a couple weeks ago, and I met a woman, and this is going to be for people who live around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So everybody else, I'm really sorry if you're listening somewhere else. I wish we could have one everywhere, but we can't. So anyway, she has a restaurant that she represents called Macero, which is really nice. A very, very nice restaurant. There's several locations, but there's one in Addison.
Not stuffy though.
No, not stuffy.
Just
like
nice.
upscale
Nice place.
Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Upscale
Mexican on a golf course.
And
Beautiful views.
This location,
Yep.
the one that we're going to have our happy hour, is the Macero on Beltline Road in Addison.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be happening on Sunday. I know people are like, well, it's football. October 15th, which is the Cowboys' day off.
It's their bye week.
Their bye week.
No Cowboys
so
football.
If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you live and breathe and die by the Cowboys, it's not going to affect you because they're not playing that weekend. So at first we were toying around some other dates, but really that one worked out the best for the restaurant and for us. So October 15th, it's a Sunday evening from 5 to 7, and we're going to try to have some special things going on, some giveaways. I thought that might be the perfect time for me to part with my hat that
Should I part with my jeans?
Alan told me. I think it might have been the very first podcast, how much he hated my hat.
I didn't say those words.
He hated it. I love my hat.
Didn't say those
but
words.
to know that your husband looks at you basically and is turned off every time you put on this particular hat that you love, I'm willing to part with it.
Hey, babe.
And maybe that's the perfect night to do it.
So Macero, it's MESER.
M-A-S-M-A.
No.
It's M-E?
It's MESERO.
Oh, I've been spelling it wrong.
Yeah, you have. And they have a website. It's Macero.net. MESERO.net. So
Sorry,
you can-
Macero.
Yeah, so you can check out the location there. But yeah, it's really, really a beautiful restaurant. And I've played that course that runs up next to that restaurant. So
Yeah.
I know exactly where that is. And you said 5 to 7. So
5
like
to 7, October 15th. It's a Sunday. And we'll put a link in the description for the podcast.
Yeah. So the first hour, how's this going to work?
What
are we
we're
going to do?
thinking we might do, and we're open to suggestions, and you can always email us. And Alan, what is that email? Podcast.
Podcast at kellyandallen.com.
Okay, so podcast at kellyandallen.com is
Yeah.
a great place to email us if you have any ideas or suggestions of things you'd like us to do. If you can come and let us know if you're coming, that'd be fun. But I thought the first hour we kind of mix and mingle and hang out and do fun stuff.
and mingle.
And then the
Little walk
second
around magic,
hour, maybe you could do some sleight of hand. And then the second hour we'll do a podcast right there in front of everybody.
Wow.
But we have to have stuff planned. I
Wow.
mean, we have to have like real content.
That
and
sounds
stuff.
fun. Oh, there's going to be just mucho buffoonery at
And
a
we
happy
might
hour.
have some of our listeners.
We're gonna have
who are
some of our
there
listeners
can
come
be
up.
part of the podcast.
Sure.
I think it could be really good.
Oh,
And we're going to try to, have some really fun giveaways. So that's what's happening. Very, very excited about that. That's on Sunday, October the 15th.
I can't wait for this.
I'm glad. I'm
This
excited.
This is going to be fun. We're
And
still
we're gonna
working
do
out
more of these.
Still working out a few details, right?
Yeah, this is the first one. So we're kind of like, we're going to kind of figure it out a little bit. So, but it'll be fun just meeting people that we've never met before that have been listening, and that'll be fun. So hopefully y'all can come.
And Macero, as I understand it, has several locations in Dallas-Fort Worth, but the one we're at is in Dallas,
In Addison.
near Addison on Beltline Road,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And then I've got some really fun stuff coming up for me personally, if I can. if you
Yeah,
don't
tell
mind.
them about
Yeah.
that. Tell them about that.
All right, so it's been a really interesting day for me because I guess a couple weeks ago I got an email. There is a production company here in town, and they film a lot of stuff for the Reels channel, Reelz. And the Reels channel does a lot of shows like celebrities, murders, and stuff. My favorite murder, or something like that. Kim Kardashian actually said one of these shows was like her favorite show. Anyway, that's not the show I'm on. They asked me if I would be part of this show, and basically it's about the price of fame. It's like people who rose to stardom, but they had a lot of tragedy in their lives. People like Carrie Fisher, who battled with mental illness and drug addiction and things over the years. Patrick Swayze, who had colossal fame and then battled alcoholism and heavy drinking, and then pancreatic cancer took his life. So anyway, I went to the movie studio today and I filmed my part, and I think they were happy with what I did, and they want me to come back and film a couple more.
Oh,
I
she's
know,
so
I'm very
good.
excited.
Isn't she so good?
And it's going to air sometime, I think, in February.
That's awesome, babe.
Yeah, so we're going to tell everybody about that. So I was so unconfident going into that. I don't know what got into me. I haven't
know.
done.
Kelly
we
called
used
me
to do
over
it-
lunch and was
I needed a pep
really
talk.
upset. Yeah.
I didn't
Not
really,
upset,
I
but-
really didn't know what I was kind of walking into. I
Yeah.
was not sure how the format was going to go, and I was nervous, and I
You
hadn't
got
done
that, babe.
Well,
You
I hadn't
done
done
TV.
but I
Yeah,
hadn't
but
done
you-
it in a long time.
Yeah, but you're good.
And
it's like
usually it's me with other people. This
it's like
is
riding a bike.
Well, you say that, but it's it was just different, and I didn't realize how frightened I was. I don't know if that's the word, but until I left and my face finally relaxed, I was like, man, my face is tired, because it was like I was carrying all the tension in my face.
Yeah.
So I was just really relieved that
You were just on the whole time. You were
but
trying
I really,
to be on the whole time.
and maybe they were blowing smoke up my rear end, but they were all very complimentary and made me feel good.
Oh, babe, I can't wait to see it. When is this? February?
I think it's in February, but it's going to be on the Reels channel. So if you're
Do we
fans
get
of,
that?
yeah,
Sweet.
we're going to be number one fans of the Reels channel. And then this is like a colossal week for me.
What else?
Y'all, this is a big deal. I was invited thanks to
This is
Meredith.
news to me.
Yeah, no, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Meredith
That's right.
Land and Kim Schlegel
Oh,
Whitman.
love Meredith.
I don't know why they thought of me, but I'm
Sweet
so
Meredith.
glad they did. There is an event happening at you know how Highland Park is this like really nice section of Dallas. It's sort of like the Beverly Hills section of Dallas. Well, there is going to be an afternoon tea party in Highland Park at someone's house, and I'm invited as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who's going? Well, Alan already knows. Jenna Bush Hager is going to be there.
That's cool. That's
This
very
is
cool.
so stinking cool. She's going to be there along with the woman who founded the Nextdoor app
Oh, wow.
that everybody uses. You know, when somebody's chihuahua gets out, it's on the Nextdoor app. We use it all the time. We've had a series of car break-ins in our neighborhood and things like that. So the founder of the Nextdoor app and Jenna Hager, they're doing this like big discussion at this tea party on, the importance of community, because nobody knows their neighbors anymore. I mean, it's really shocking how you can live next door to somebody for 10 or 15 years and you don't even know them. Right?
You have to wear a hat?
No, I don't think so.
It's a tea party.
But don't think I haven't stressed about what I'm wearing.
It's a tea party.
No, it's not that kind of tea party.
Oh.
I don't know what you've been watching some BBC America.
Do you have to go
again.
pinkies up?
Maybe. But in addition to the Nextdoor lady being there, Jenna Bush Hager and Kelly Raspberry Evans being there, Real Simple Magazine's going to be there.
Awesome.
So apparently they're going to be taking pictures. I might be, like the fuzzy redhead in the background, getting my roots done.
No, you need to worm your way up to the
I'm
front,
going to try,
babe.
but I'm going to go get my roots done. I was thinking about going gray, just letting it go and see.
Let's not do that. No.
Well,
Let's not do that.
I have some fake hair color
I
today
like your
for the
flowing
TV.
chestnut mane.
I know
chestnut.
you do, baby, but it's
I like
going
it to be
gray.
chestnut.
And I thought about letting it go gray and just for the winter maybe. But then when this
Why don't
this
you do it
TV
dark
thing
again?
today, this TV thing today, I had some of that. Eva Longoria advertises that root spray for L'Oreal. I put some of that on, and it really works, y'all. If you're in a quick pinch and need to cover up your roots, but I'm gonna get my hair done because I don't want to look bad if I'm in Real Simple Magazine. With
There's gonna be
Jenna Bush
some
Hager.
be socialites there,
Yes, and me.
and then
It's
you.
crazy. But I was stressing about what I'm going to wear.
Will there be any men there?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I think what I'm going to wear is this dress I got at a consignment store.
Oh,
They
your
don't- they don't
50s,
know
your
it's
50s
consignment.
dress?
My luck, the woman who took it to the consignment store is going to be there in like
Your
nice
50s
dress.
or your 50s and 60s dress?
Yes, it reminds me of like.
That's a beautiful dress. I
Thank
love
you.
that.
It
It's very
reminds
nice.
me of like Leave It to Beaver, Mrs. Cleaver, and Mrs. Cunningham and Lucille Ball. It reminds me of that kind of vibe. And it's navy blue and white, like these big check things on it. And I can pop the collar if I'm really feeling sassy. And then I'm going to wear it with my raspberry suede flats. So I'm going like a real kind of 50s vibe. I think
Nice.
that's going to be. I was really stressing about what I was going to wear, but it's in my closet. Didn't pay a lot for it. I got it. Probably one of the ladies there today or the tea party's going to say that was her dress that she took to consignment.
I doubt
that'd be my luck.
I doubt that'll happen.
But anyway, I'm excited.
That's fun, babe.
I can't
Sounds
wait.
like it'll
I'll
be a
tell
lot of
y'all
fun.
about it next week. I've never met Jenna Bush Hager because their family grew up in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
and like literally before I moved up to the suburbs when George W. retired. Well, did he retire as president? When he wasn't president anymore, and he retired. He moved like a mile from where I used to live. You couldn't get to the house because of Secret Service. You still can't get there.
Are you dropping a
But-
dime?
No, I'm just saying where I used to live. Oh, honey, it's fine. Where I used to live, I lived on, if I walked out my door and turned right, it was like Little Mexico. And if I turned left and went a mile, it was
I don't
rich
think you
people.
I don't think you can say that.
Why can't I?
Little Mexico.
like Little
What
Mexico.
does that mean?
It was like a lot of like the Mexican grocery store was there. And the bank, when you go to the bank, all the signs were in Spanish because that's where I live. There was a lot of Mexican population there.
Well, no, that does sound like a lot
and
of fun.
and the Mexican Baptist Church.
A tea party.
It was the Church de Jesus.
Anybody
or
else
something.
there that I would know? Meredith Land will be there. Say hi to
Meredith
Meredith
Land.
For me. Say hi to Meredith
She's
for
an
me.
anchor on NBC
Say
in
hi to
Dallas.
Meredith for me.
I will. Why do you keep reiterating that? You got a crush on Meredith? or
No, I was
something?
just saying it until you acknowledged me.
I
you were
heard
just
you.
ignoring me.
I was just excited. I'm so excited. This is a good week, except for the part where you snore and keep me up, and I'm not getting enough rest.
We've covered a lot of ground, babe.
Yeah, it's
Oh
fun.
my goodness, we covered a lot of topics here. But I think the key points, the key takeaways,
What?
are the happy hour. That's big.
That's big.
Don't forget that
Sunday,
happy hour.
October the 15th. We're going to hopefully have more details. I just wanted to
That's
going
to be a blast.
I just wanted at least everybody know the date so you can hopefully plan to come.
You know, and we don't want to give away too much, but there could be some free drink.
well, we're trying
Maybe,
to
maybe,
yeah.
maybe.
We don't be thinking you'll be getting drunk on our dime.
No.
because we're
But
not doing
hey,
that.
But we're throwing a little party.
But we're trying to
Well,
say, like the idea is
we may do something,
the idea is like first drink is on us.
but we don't know that yet.
But we don't know that. We're working out the details. Because it's hard to plan a party that, we don't have anybody sponsoring it. It's just us. And we're not
Let's
getting,
say that again.
Yeah.
It's hard to plan a party when you don't have a sponsor.
Well, Macero is nice enough to host
that's-
it for
that's
us.
right.
But, it'd be fun to have, I don't know.
Babe, we've got all kinds of people on the Facebook Live saying they are in.
Oh, good.
I marked it down.
Well, all of y'all can say that, or you can be like Alan saying he was in for the boys' weekend to go to the football game, and then last minute
but I'm the
something
most
comes up.
I'm the most tentative guy around.
Yeah, you like to keep it loose.
I like to keep it real loose.
So
but
we're excited.
I
But
tell you
yeah,
what, I'll be
please.
there. I'll be there.
Let us know if you're coming, if you can. And if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see, stuff you'd like us to talk about, because we will be doing a podcast from Macero that night. I'm excited.
I am too.
Things are going really, really well.
They are.
When things fall into place, it's really funny. It's like when it rains, it pours, good and bad, right? And we're just being showered with blessings.
Well,
right
we
now.
are, but I always like to improve things. You got to look for the weaknesses, the Achilles heels.
What are you going to say? Something negative now?
No. I'm not going to say anything negative.
Oh.
I'm just going to say that I think we have some engineering and technical issues that we can probably improve upon. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Why are you bringing that up now?
I don't know. Just
Trying to
to
rain
do
on
it.
my parade. I know last week was my fault.
No, it wasn't
ultimately.
your fault. It was not your fault.
Lord, if it doesn't record this week, I
Oh, if it
officially
doesn't
quit
record this week,
as engineer, and
yeah,
you have to take
we're
over.
yeah. This is last podcast.
How hard is it to press record?
Not
I
hard.
did what I was
Not
told
hard.
to do, and it wasn't. And I'm sorry about last week.
But it's not your fault, babe.
Anyway, so I love you very much.
I love you so good.
I hope you sleep well tonight.
Well, I hope I do too, but I probably won't. I'll be
I know.
gasping and choking. What did you say I was doing the other night?
You want me to say everything you were doing the other night? I don't think you do.
Kelly said the next morning she was so whipped by me.
Well, I was up reading a book, a
'Cause she
really
was-
fascinating book, and I couldn't put it down. So he rolled over and
I
went to
passed
sleep
out.
very quickly.
And then the next morning, no, here's how it went. Let's
Yeah,
finish
you
on this
remember
story.
now?
Let's
'Cause
finish
see,
on this
It
story.
comes back to you because in the middle of the night, you wake up and you say things to me, and the next day you don't remember, but now you're remembering.
Okay, so Kelly, we'll finish on this. What's our time? How are we doing on
I
time?
don't care.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Kelly picks me up for lunch one day last week. Doesn't matter which day. She picked me up for lunch, and we're driving to lunch. And, she always goes to work before me, so I make the bed. And we're driving to where we're going to have lunch. And I say, babe, I didn't make the bed. And she goes,
That's not even what I was talking about. You're
well,
telling
we're
a
going to
different
get to
story.
that. We're going to get to that. And she just blows. And I'm like, you didn't let me finish what I was going to say. And she said,
You said you're blowing and bitching, is what you said. And I said, wasn't bitching.
so,
I did blow.
So we get into this back and forth about why are you blowing and bitching? Yeah.
Was it like that?
And then she finally says, look, I was up all night listening to you choke, gasp, and toot. All night.
All night.
So I'm not in a real good mood right now. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry I was gasping and choking.
And tooting.
And that could kill me.
It was lethal too, man.
The
I don't know what
the
you ate.
tooting, hey.
Well,
Sorry.
it's bad. You were asleep. But I'm reading this book, which is really awesome, and I'll tell you about it. This a lady in my church, y'all. This was if you have teenagers on the internet, you're gonna want to know about this book. It's crazy, but she asked me to read it so I can write a forward for it that's going to be on Amazon.com when this book comes out. I'll tell you more about that later. It's very interesting stuff. We might need to have them on the show to tell the story. It's fascinating. So I couldn't put the book down, and I'm just like, I'm going to read just one more chapter, and it gets to be like midnight, and I'm like, oh my God, it was awful. You were tooting in your sleep.
Babe.
And snoring and choking. You told it. I
No, you
wasn't
said I
gonna
was
tell it.
no. You said I think you
You
said I
told
was
it.
gasping.
You were
gasping, choking, snoring, and tooting.
And tooting, yes, that was you.
Well, I'm sorry, I was asleep.
I know, but why are you telling that?
I mean, how many? Just to give people a little open the kimono, little peek behind the curtain as to
well,
what.
who does this make look bad, me or you?
Well, I don't care. I mean, who doesn't toot in their sleep?
I hope I don't. I have.
Oh, you do.
Are you saying that just to be mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying that for shock value. I don't know that for sure. I'm sure you do, though.
I probably do. I don't know.
I might stay up tonight and see if you do.
Oh, good, great. I hope you do, because you've kept me up all night. I hope you get to stay up all night. All right, y'all. If you have any suggestions for how Al can stop, Alan. Oh, I called you Al.
My
I'm that
man.
tired. If how Alan can stop snoring, we'll take them. Home remedies are welcome.
Everyone's going to say CPAP,
I know.
CPAP, CPAP.
I know. Well, if you have to do, you have to. It might cut into our sexy time. Boy, we can't get enough of that.
Babe. Babe.
What?
What do you mean?
Well, come on. Once you strap on the machine, it's like, and my chances are shot, right?
Yeah, that's probably true. That's why I've been
All
putting
right, y'all.
That's why I've been putting it off so
Yeah.
much.
Ooh. All right, we got to go.
All right. Well, this has been fun, babe. Another fun edition of A Sandwich and Some Leaven. Thanks for being here and being
Thank you for being
the
here,
supportive
honey.
co-host and wife that you are.
I do. I love you desperately. You're my favorite husband. I've had two. You're my favorite.
All right. Well, yeah. I'm not going to say anything. In the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.